Hello everyone and welcome back. In today's video I'm here to give you my game week 38 score predictions in the EFL Championship. Like always guys, can we please smash that like button and also let me know in the video comments what your score predictions are for this weekend's fixtures. So we're going to start off this video by talking about Bristol City versus Norwich. Bristol City's form recently has been really good, especially at home. I'm not convinced by Norwich, especially after what happened against Sheffield Wednesday when they went 2-0 up and lost the game 3-2. So for this one, I've gone with a 2-1 home win. Millwall versus Stoke. I've gone with the away side here. I reckon Stoke are going to win 1-0 away from home. After beating Blackburn midweek, that would give them some confidence. And also the home form from Millwall this year hasn't been great at all. So I've gone with the away side. QPR versus Leeds. Leeds, I think, are going to be too much for QPR. QPR's form recently hasn't been great at all. And if Leeds want to go up, they've got to keep winning games of football. So I'm gone with a 2-0 away win to Leeds. West Brom versus Hull. Hull got a win midweek against Oxford United. And West Brom got a really good point away from home against Burnley. They are unbeaten in their last 5 games. So I am going to go with the home side here. I'm going to go with a 2-1 home win. Blackburn versus Cardiff. Both teams are not on good form. Blackburn really need to pick up a win under their new boss. They've picked up a few awful results recently. But Cardiff, they're not great themselves. A very bad defeat at home against Luton. So I'm expecting them to have a response following that defeat. But I've gone with a 1-1 draw. Swansea versus Burnley. I've gone with a typical 1-0 win for Burnley. I think it's going to be a horrible game, but I think Burnley's quality will help them win. I think they will expose Swansea when they do eventually attack during the match. So I've gone with a 1-0 away win. Plymouth versus Derby. Both teams are full of confidence. Both teams have won their last game. Plymouth winning away from home against Portsmouth and Derby winning back-to-back games. I feel like this game's got 1-1 all over it. Plymouth now know they are right in the mix after picking up the 3 points. So I feel like it's going to be a very cagey affair, both sides not wanting to lose. Preston versus Portsmouth. Preston's home form, they're really tough to beat at home, Preston are. But Portsmouth, they might be back in that conversation of, being one of the sides to get relegated from the Championship. I don't think they will. I think they've got more than enough experience to stay up. But after losing against Plymouth, it's kind of got them back within the mix again due to certain results not going their way. So I can see this game being a 1-1 draw. Tough place to go, Preston, this year. Coventry versus Sunderland. I just expect goals, goals, goals. I've gone with a 2-2 draw here, another draw. Cov need to go back to winning ways if they want a playoff position. They can't go on a poor run of form now after going on such a good run of form prior to the Derby game. And Sunderland need to keep winning to pile on the pressure on the top 3 and take full advantage when those clubs drop points. Unfortunately, against Preston at home, they weren't able to pick up the 3 points there. So they need to keep winning games of football if they want to be in the top 2. But it's more looking like a playoff position instead. My team, Luton versus Middlesbrough. Well, Luton, we've got lots of confidence going into this game after beating Cardiff 2-1 away from home. Finally winning a game of football away from home. Whereas with Middlesbrough, they had a bad run of form, then they started winning games, then they lost, then they've won. It's mixed with Middlesbrough. Away from home, they're not too bad, but they've got a lot of defenders currently out injured, and Luton must take full advantage of that. I am expecting a draw, though. I've gone with a 1-1 draw. Oxford United versus Watford. Oxford are not on good form right now, and looking at their games coming up, it's not looking good for them. So they need to figure out a way to win games, especially their home games. But Watford as well, they're not too far away from those playoff positions. I've gone with the away side here. I think the confidence amongst the Oxford players is just not good right now, considering the form. So yeah, I've gone with a 2-1 win for the away side. And Sheffield Wednesday versus Sheffield United, the big one, the Derby game. Sheffield Wednesday would like revenge after losing 1-0 against Sheffield United earlier on in the season. They do have some confidence as they did come back from 2 goals down to win away against Norwich. Sheffield United, they've picked up a few injuries recently and they also did concede late on to Bristol City. but they want to win because they want to get into the top 2 of the Championship. It's tough this because Wednesday's home form also isn't the greatest. They're much better away from home. So I've gone with a 1-1 draw. So a lot of my predictions this week for this particular weekend, game week 38, I've gone with a lot of draws. So just to recap, in the Sheffield derby, I've gone with a 1-1 draw. Watford to win 2-1 away from home. Luton and Middlesbrough 1-1. Coventry Sunderland 2-2. Preston Portsmouth 1-1. Plymouth Derby 1-1, Burnley to win 1-0 away from home, Blackburn Cardiff 1-1, West Brom to beat Hull 2-1, Leeds to win 2-0 away against QPR, Stoke to beat Millwall 1-0 away from home, and I've gone with a home win for Bristol City against Norwich 2-1. So those are my score predictions. Let me know your score predictions down in the video comments. That is the end of this video. Please drop a like. My next video will be a match preview of the Luton Town versus Middlesbrough game. My channel is mainly Luton content, but if you do like EFL content, I am trying to make as much EFL content as possible whenever I get the time to do so. So if you want to subscribe to more EFL content, it would mean a lot if you do. Don't forget to follow me across all my social media, and I'll see you guys in my next video.